Hello, everyone, and welcome to. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Two Crypto News. My name is Amir.
And I'm Zainab.
And today we're going to talk more about crypto news and things that are going on this week. But before we do, please make sure you like and hit the subscribe button so that you can be notified of when more content is created and so that the YouTube algorithm can push other content that will help teach you and other newbies alike the information that you need to succeed. So we're going to start today with Bitcoin and talk about what's going on in the Bitcoin world. So we're going to pull up the chart and see what's crack-a-lacking. All right, so as we sit, let's talk about the market cap really quick. The market cap is currently sitting at $2,949,000,000. I'm not going to say the other numbers, which is pretty good. We still want to get up above that $3 trillion mark, but that'll happen soon. And Bitcoin is currently sitting at $64,206.88, which is pretty decent. Let's scroll down and see where we are in comparison to where we were last week. So right now we are on a bear trend for the day, but let's look at the 7-day and kind of zoom out a little bit so we can get an accurate representation. Yeah, we're still bearish. Scroll out a little to the 14-day.
14.
All right. So taking a look at this chart, in my opinion, we are bullish in comparison to the last 2 weeks, but we are bearish in comparison to the last week. So we are going up still, but right now we're still doing a little bit of consolidation. I have been seeing things about Bitcoin recently in different Twitters and social medias, as well as studying charts. We are moving into a bull phase in the particular market that we're in right now. We are in Q4, which is really exciting stuff. So let's go over the all-time high again so that we can see what we're aiming for. We are looking for a support right around, what was it, 54?
64K.
54.
Right around 64K.
Support. And it looks like we have support, but let's go into the all-time high so we can see what we're shooting to bull run through. The all-time previous high is $69,044.77. We're currently down 7%, which isn't bad, but we do have a little bit of ways to go. It can happen overnight. It can happen within an hour. It just really depends on how the market's moving. So let's go into a little bit more Bitcoin news. I do believe that's all we need to talk about, unless you have anything to add.
Let's just take a quick peek at some of the movers in the market today. And so we're looking at VeChain. VeChain is up 7.65%. So that's good news. Crypto.com is up 10.55%.
Nice.
Yep. Tron is up 8.93%. So just wanted to highlight a few.
What's that really moving down at the bottom, right left hand? Yeah, what's that?
KuCoin.
KuCoin.
KuCoin up 15.10%.
Nice.
Harmony One up 7.31%.
These coins sound familiar. I wonder why.
So exactly up 11.68%.
All right, and that's pretty exciting stuff. And Bitcoin's only down 0.02%, which means that we're on our way back to being bullish and being green. So, let's just see what happens. There's some big news that recently came out. I don't know if you want to go into that.
Yep, let's go into it. The TAPROOT upgrade. And so the TAPROOT upgrade happened last night. And what this does, it's going to help improve privacy, scalability, and security on the network. So it was long anticipated. The programmers and the miners alike was anticipating this upgrade. So this is great news for Bitcoin.
It is very good news. I'm excited the more that you work on the blockchain and you're able to improve, that just means more great news for Bitcoin and the price of Bitcoin. We already know that Bitcoin is going to do amazing things, but now that it is more secure and the scalability is there, we should be able to see more investors putting their money behind Bitcoin. They were going to do it regardless, but this is just a good look for a Bitcoin so that people can build on the framework and make it better. So we're
Right,
expecting big things from this upgrade. Hopefully it shows in price sooner than later, but at the end of the
right.
day, any small step is usually makes big strides when it comes to the cryptocurrency world. So congratulations to Bitcoin holders. We've been waiting for this for a long time, and let's see what happens.
Right, because scalability added to scarcity means gains. So
Yeah,
I think that's great.
and this is one of the scarcest coins. So
Right. So let's move on to a Twitter quote from Plan B. We love Plan B. Two Crypto Noobs follows Plan B because he does a lot of research on Bitcoin and predicts certain levels of increase or decrease for Bitcoin. So as you see with his tweet today, he's has been anticipating and stating the same levels for Bitcoin for the last few months, which is Bitcoin would reach 98K by the end of November and 135K by the end of December. And he's saying that this prediction is still in play. And so with Bitcoin going to these prices, the altcoins should follow. This is not financial advice, but this is what has been predicted and what has been shown to be a pattern in previous years with Bitcoin increase. So we're hoping that Plan B is right, and he certainly does enough research to come up with these figures. So a shout out to Plan B for what he contributes to the space in terms of just knowledge and information.
yeah, I agree. There's some haters out there that, will call him out for being a couple thousand off or whatever the case may be. But one of my favorite lines, and this is not financial advice, but one of my favorite lines is I don't squabble over the up and downs of, certain numbers. So say for instance, if the price is below a decimal point, I don't squabble over, 0.002 versus 0.004, trying to get it low. And I really don't care about a $98,000 Bitcoin, a $94,000 Bitcoin. His price prediction is pretty accurate, and he should be commended for that as well. And I do want to
Exactly.
speak about another thing that, it's going to be a light subject topic, but people are starting to say that a parabolic cycle is coming. And so to be honest, since I'm still a noob, I didn't understand what that means, but pretty much a parabolic wave is a wave that kind of curves and goes up. It's kind of like a backwards J. And so there basically is a lot of people who are out there saying that there's going to be a parabolic cycle that happens, which means that it's not going to go up kind of like how it does gradually. It's just going to go from here to here, or how we like to say 0 to 100 real quick. And a lot of people are looking forward to that. So we'll see. I'm skeptical. Of course, I would love to see something like that. And like everybody's mass adoption is currently taking place, and these are unprecedented times. So we can't really predict what the rise is going to look like. But we'll see. There's a lot of optimism in the market right now. So let's just move one day at a time, and eventually everything will reveal itself. So
Yeah. And speaking of haters, I'm not correlating it with Jon Cunliffe, but there are some people in the space that are obviously not rooting for cryptocurrency to succeed and be the future. So the deputy governor of the Bank of England, Jon Cunliffe, he is saying that regulators must act now before crypto assets become a major risk. And it's interesting to me when people make these statements about cryptocurrency. And in my mind, it just tells me that people will go to any length in order to stop progress, in order to put a wrench in what has been the status quo for years. And so it's just my understanding is a lot of times people don't embrace change because it has an effect on their pocket, right? And so I think that, people in the financial world and financial space should work more collectively to understand the functionality and the future of cryptocurrency versus just saying, I've heard them in other videos said that if you put your money in cryptocurrency, it's just, you're going to lose it all, right? And so of course, with any investment, there's a chance that you could lose your money, right? But I mean, cryptocurrency has a technology that's forward thinking, and it would benefit people who have been in the financial space to work with the cryptocurrency projects so that we can see some collaboration for what's coming in the future. So what are your thoughts on this, Amir?
So, like you said, he's a hater. And at the end of the day, a lot of major millionaires and billionaires, their money is tied up in different investments that if cryptocurrency was to have mass adoption, it would destabilize their pockets. And so instead of just taking their money and keeping it moving and reinvesting it in projects that'll actually help certain systems and organizations, they would rather try to take cryptocurrency down and prevent it from growing and prospering. So at the end of the day, there's going to be people like this in all different aspects of life, whether it's music, whether it's TV, whether it's renewable resources, whatever the case may be, there's always going to be people who are making money on the other side to where they don't want the new normal to be what it's turning out to be, because they'll end up with the bad end of the stick. And instead of investing in something that they know is going to be innovative and life changing, they would rather take it down. So
Right.
I don't necessarily have an opinion of that because I don't put too much energy into these type of people, but noobs should know that there are people who manipulate the market, and there are people who are trying to regulate a deregulated system in order for personal gain. So when you are seeing major price dips and things of that nature, don't think it's not manipulated by these big banks and these people with millions and millions of dollars in crypto specifically to cause
FUD.
volatility.
Yep. And
And
that's one of the terms that we need to go ahead on and put out there for the viewers is FUD, which is fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And this is a perfect example of FUD that's being spread within a certain asset class. To me, is personal gain, because it's at the end of the day, a lot of times things are put out in the space to protect another person's interests or their own interests. Yeah,
or the government's interests.
that is true. And
A lot
that's where
a
the
lot of different
decision.
players. So let's find these coins early and become the whales and hold them. Let's do it.
Right, right. And that's why cryptocurrency is founded on decentralization. And we don't have to worry about other individuals determine how we interact with each other in terms of our financial life and our financial decisions. To crypto news, what we want to do is share the good stories, but we also want to be mindful that there's other stories out there as well that could affect the cryptocurrency space. So
All right, everybody, that's all we have for right now. We are going to get back online and try to figure out if there's any more news that we may feel like is important for you in your decision making when it comes to investing in crypto. Please be advised that this is not financial advice. These are just people sharing ideas on a platform in hopes to create life-changing opportunities. Please remember, if you like content like this and would like to see more, to like, and subscribe. Please, please, please. It really does help us a lot. And thank you so much for you guys' time. Peace out, noobs.
news out.